Okay.
And Karen will get started. Okay.
Good afternoon. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock. I think we're ready to get started, unless I'm told otherwise. I'm the Kentucky Public Service Commission, and we're here for public meetings. First of two public meetings we're conducting today for the rate case for Delta Natural Gas Company. Before I go any further, if somebody could indicate that you can hear me, would be appreciated.
We can hear you, Karen. You're good.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. So yes, this is our first of two public meetings we're conducting today in the Delta Natural Gas rate case. The case number is 2021-00185. If you haven't had a chance to submit a request to speak for today's public comment meeting, you still have a chance to do so. You can do that by sending an email. The address is on your screen. It's psc.meeting@ky.gov. So please include your name, address, and a phone number. I'm just going to provide a very, very brief overview of the PSC, a little bit of information about the application that we received from Delta Natural Gas, and then we'll be turning it over then for the second part for the actual public comment portion of today's meeting. So the mission of the PSC is to provide safe and reliable service at reasonable price to the customers of jurisdictional utilities, while providing for the financial stability of those utilities by setting fair and just rates and supporting the operational competence of the utilities by overseeing regulated activities. And the PSC is an independent regulatory agency. It's a 3-member commission. The PSC regulates the service and rates of jurisdictional utilities. Those include water and sewer utilities, natural gas distribution systems and interstate pipelines, electric utilities, telecommunications, a small number. We do not regulate the rates and service of municipal utilities except for gas pipeline safety. And we do not regulate those rural electric cooperatives that are served by the Tennessee Valley Authority. A little bit about the rate making process. It's quite detailed, so this just kind of sketches at the high level. It is a legal process guided by in Kentucky state statutes under KRS 278. The PSC promulgates regulations based on those statutes. And then over time, legal principles derived from the application of the statutes and regulations. Per statute, rates must be fair, just, and reasonable. And utilities are allowed through rates to recover their costs of serving their customers, plus the ability to earn a reasonable rate of return on their capital investments. For nonprofit utilities, rates are adequate to meet their lender requirements and maintain their financial stability. The statutes also outline a rate case timetable, and utilities are required to file to the PSC a 30-day notice of intent, and at that time they also have to provide a public notice. And the clock on the rate case timetable starts when an application is deemed to be complete, and rates cannot take effect for 30 days. The PSC typically imposes a suspension period in order to properly adjudicate a rate case, and that can either be for 5 to 6 months. But per statute, a rate case must be completed within 10 months. The rate-making process also includes an opportunity for intervention by other parties. And per statute, the Kentucky Attorney General is the statutory representative of ratepayers. And in this particular case, the Delta case, the Attorney General is the only intervener. Other than the Office of Attorney General, when somebody makes a request for intervention, they must show that they represent unique interests and will contain evidence that otherwise might not be brought to the PSC during a case. The rate-making process is a legal process, as we described, and it includes rounds of discovery from the PSC, from the PSC staff, and also from interveners. A public meeting such as this is also part of a rate-making process, can be conducted at the PSC's discretion. Public comments can be made to the PSC at any time during a rate case. As long as it's an open case, people can submit comments and they will become part of the case record. We post those online. Toward the end of this presentation, I'll provide the email address for submitting comments. Every case typically has an evidentiary hearing, and the hearing in the Delta case will be beginning on November 16th. Delta Natural Gas filed the application on May 28th for an increase in their gas base rates. Delta Natural Gas has facilities and operations in 32 Kentucky counties, and Delta Natural Gas serves approximately 40,000 customers. They're requesting a revenue increase of approximately a little bit over $9 million, which is about an 18.6% increase in annual revenue. Based on that, in their application, the average residential customer bill would increase by about $12.34 a month. Of course, that would vary depending on the customer usage. Delta Natural Gas is also proposing tariff changes to their farm tap services and their customers, including an installation fee and a reconnection fee. Delta Natural Gas's last rate increase was in 2010. They're also requesting a certificate of public convenience and necessity to construct a pipeline as a second source of supply to customers in the Nicholsville area. So as I mentioned, the formal hearing will begin on November 16. It's scheduled to last several days. It might not last that long, but we have it on the schedule to go for several days. At the beginning of the hearing, on the first day of the hearing on November 16, callers will have an additional chance to provide public comments by phone. The phone number, the line will be made available the day of the hearing, and that information will be posted on our website. And the hearing will be live streamed via YouTube. And as I mentioned, written comments can be accepted at any time during the course of a rate case. And if you would like to send comments via email, that address is psc.info@ky.gov. Please include the case number in the subject line and your full name and place of residence in the body of the email. We also accept written comments via regular mail, and the address is on our website. So that concludes my brief overview, and I will now be turning it over for the public comment portion of our meeting today. And thank you very much for being here.
Good afternoon. My name is Amy Cubbage, and I am Vice Chairman of the Kentucky Public Service Commission. This meeting is being recorded for the benefit of the public, the record, and for the other two commissioners to review and consider. We are here today to take public comments in the application of Delta Natural Gas Company Incorporated which is seeking an adjustment of its rates, as well as a certificate of public convenience and necessity to construct a pipeline to provide its customers in Nicholasville with a second source of supply. To reiterate the point made during the overview, the role and obligation of the PSC is to ensure that rates are fair, just, and reasonable. We understand that in any rate case proceeding that there can be strong feelings and opinions. We ask that as you provide comments today that you are respectful and also mindful of each speaker. We are here to listen. The utility is not presenting during the public comment meetings, and neither are the interveners in the case. The utility and other parties have their opportunity to make their case during other parts of this matter. This is an opportunity for customers of the utility and the public to state their positions, concerns, and provide the Commission comments for its consideration. Again, the Commission is here to listen. During today's comment period, we will not be answering questions. The Commission is the fact finder and decision maker in this case, and as such, we are unable to comment or speak to the process or substance of the pending application. Nevertheless, questions you raise during your comments may well be of assistance to the Commission and its staff in adjudicating this matter. If you have questions for the utility or any other parties to this case, you may ask them during the public meeting with the anticipation that those entities can later convey an appropriate answer outside of this public meeting. Contact information for the company may be received by calling the PSC and speaking to our staff at 502-564-3940. Depending on the number of people who indicate their interest in providing comments, we will limit the length of those comments. We will let you know when you have 1 minute remaining. As always, written comments may be made to the Commission at any time before the issuance of a final order and should include your name, address, and state the case number, which again is 2021-00185. Comments may also be mailed to the PSC or emailed to psc.info@ky.gov. When you speak, please provide your name and address prior to your questions and comments. We will begin taking comments if anyone is signed up. At last check, no one had signed up. Let me give it another minute. And if I don't get an indication that anyone is signed up, we will close the meeting. Received no requests for comment. We will adjourn this meeting. Please remember you can submit written comments to the Commission by mailing them or emailing to psc.info@ky.gov. Be sure to reference case number 2021-00185. There will be 2 additional opportunities to provide oral comment. One is tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You may also provide comment at the beginning of the formal hearing on November 16th. Information to provide comments at those will be available at the PSC homepage at psc.ky.gov. With that, this meeting is adjourned.